Blessing blocker, bro.
A blessing blocker. I've heard of a cock blocker, but not a blessing blocker.
Well, many times we are our own blessing blockers.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, we blessing block ourselves.
Oh,
it's like you going to the party and you see a blessing and you're just like doing stuff to block yourself from even getting that blessing. So yeah, you're.
But the thing is, how do you even know it's coming?
Because
and how do you know if it's blocking it?
Well, because it's like this. If you ask for something, right, but you do things that can put that thing that you asked for in jeopardy of you getting it, you're blessing blocking.
Got you. Huh. I like that.
Blessing blocking.
Okay. So this is gonna be one of our shortest episodes. So I like.
I feel like every time we say that, it ends up being a long episode.
At least an average of an hour and a half. But this time we promise it won't be that long.
I don't think because we don't have a lot of time. This is one of those things that adults talk about, like quickies.
Yeah. Yes.
We're about to get a quickie in real quick.
Yes. But it's still gonna be quality. Yes. Pause. Shout out to Tone. Oh man,
the Philly lingo is
Philly.
pretty strong.
Yes, but the vibes is on point.
Oh yes,
Feeling
the vibes.
Great, alhamdulillah, been such a beautiful day. But let's go back to what we were talking about. But before we do that, should we kick this joint off?
Oh yes.
Let's get it, baby.
All right, hey, whoa.
Whoa.
Surprise me.
Goodness gracious, bro.
You keep doing the same uno, dos, tres, 1, 2. Like, surprise me, bro. I don't know. So I said surprise me. I can't tell you what to do.
You're
going to be a horrible husband. You're going to be a horrible husband. Your wife's going to be like, Muhammad, surprise me. You be like, what do you want? You're like, surprise me.
I can't read your mind.
All right. Let's go.
Ready, set, blast off.
You did surprise me.
I did.
All right.
So now, but let's stop playing. Let's go, baby. Let's go. What's going
on, everybody? This is Jabril Salam
and Muhammad Hassan,
and you are listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam.
Did we decide that I don't do the? Am I doing that still, or is it beginning?
Hit it. Hey, that was on point. Good job, man.
That was one of the best of the year right there.
You were right.
So yes, we're talking about blocking your own blessings. We are talking about you blessing blockers out there. People that complain constantly about not getting the things that they ask for, but their actions are the things that are blocking them from getting the things that they ask for.
Stop that.
You're blocking your own self.
Move out the way.
Mm-hmm. So, this conversation actually came up not too long ago. Like Mo came over and we were talking about a couple situations, and I guess I'll start my situation.
See, bro, you're blocking my blessings because you keep calling me Mo. You blocking all my blessings. That's why I ain't
Listen,
got. No, you know
we're gonna sell this right here. Listen, when we met, you said
Muhammad. Remember?
You said we went FYE. That was your government name. But then when we got on the streets, you're like, yo, it's Mo. I was like, Muhammad, no, it's Mo. Don't call me Mohammed. There's too many of us.
That was almost 10 years ago, Kazo.
Bro, but you haven't changed. Look, when you're with somebody so much, you don't even notice how they're changing.
Right.
Yeah, the same thing. We've grown up. We got older. We got beard. Well, beardish. Yeah, yours is definitely a beard. Your thing.
You can hear that joint. Look at
it. Somebody please send him some beard oil. This thing is scraggly.
Right.
You want me to go from calling you Mo to Muhammad after I've been calling you Mo for 10 years?
We're going to keep practicing for the next 10. I mean.
All right. Well, keep correcting me, my friend.
Let's get it. All right. Continue.
So Muhammad and I, we were talking about a couple of different situations before the podcast. We got the mics and the sub and everything. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
And we started talking about a certain situation, and I was like, I've been praying for this particular thing for almost a year now, right? Like I pray istikhara on it, right?
Yep.
And istikhara, for you guys that don't know what it is, it's a special prayer where you're in between two or a couple of different options, and you ask Allah to bless you to go towards the option that's best for you in this life, the next life, in your religion, and your financial life, like all around, like whatever is the best option for you. To pray, to bless you with that. I prayed it a few different times over a few different things, and each time I knew what the answer was deep inside, but Allah revealed it through His many blessings.
And after you make that prayer, you must keep your third eye open and look for those signs, whether it's good or bad.
Read the omens, my friends.
Yes, sir.
So we were talking about how we continuously say we want things, we pray for things, but then we do little things that block actions.
Or we just don't do. Or we do nothing.
Yeah, or we do nothing. Long story short, you don't take the initiative. So, particularly, I was praying for this one thing. I'm not going to reveal exactly what it is because you guys, y'all dig. You people dig up on us.
Yeah, that's the life of social media.
I love it.
And also, I think you may block your blessings if you reveal things too soon.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, dang, good point. So yeah, y'all ain't gonna find out until I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I prayed for this thing, and I was very sincere in it. Yeah. However, my battle with my own impatience has been my greatest jihad. That's like been the greatest struggle for me, right?
Yes.
Jihad of the self. Yeah. So, recently, like Mo came in, I told him, I was like, yeah, like I was just doing this, and he was like, bro, you can't do that, because he knows what it is I pray for. And so he's like, bro, like you've been asking for this, and like you're basically blocking your own self from getting it because you aren't fully committed to working towards that. Like you got one foot in and one foot out. Like you have a plan B, and that plan B is going to stop you from fully committing to plan A. And it's a patience game. It's really about the patience. So I told Mo, I was like, it's crazy how Muhammad, sorry. Okay. It's crazy how we will say we want something, right? And let's say it's something small, like you want to, not small, I was about to say you want to get married, but it's not small. Let's use marriage, right? Because I feel like a lot of the people listening to this want to get married or whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
You want to get married, and you're like, oh, I really want to get married, but you have particular habits that are very detrimental to your own self. They're very detrimental to the positive habits that you're trying to build, right? And every time, and this is the way that I view my relationship with the law and like how the blessings work. Every time you do something that is, that's, whether it's a major sin or a minor sin, and you're trying to work towards like that marriage, right? Each time you chip away at not just the blessing that Allah gives you or that you're asking for, you chip away at the practical side of getting to that goal. Every minute that you spend sinning is a minute that you take away from getting closer to that blessing.
That's a great example. When I think about blocking your blessings, it's exactly what you said, but also positioning, right? If you want something, you want to be in the best position, right? So if you asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for something, right, and you know what it is, and you made istikhara dua, like Jabril said, put yourself in the best position. That way, when you receive it, you'll be ready. So, for example, i.e. marriage, right? If you want to get married to a certain somebody, what are you supposed to do? Put yourself in the best position, right? They say marriage is obviously completes after your deen, but you have to position yourself to do what? To work on yourself and your nafs to complete the other half, So,
my man,
it's like this for me. I play soccer. I'm a goalie, right? My job is to stop anybody from scoring, right? If I'm not,
and you do a pretty good job of that, by the way.
Thank you,
my man. He's one of the best out in this area.
I appreciate that.
Come see my man.
Yes, that's the best in Leesburg. So at the goalie, they tell me that the best goalies aren't the tallest, right? The best goalies aren't the biggest. They aren't the ones that have been blessed with such great height or whatever. It's the ones that have the best positioning, right? They look and see where the ball is coming from almost 100 yards out. And what do? If the ball's on the left side, they scoot a little bit to the left. If it's to the right side, they scoot a little bit to the right. If it's down the middle, it's those small steps in between. You position yourself. Then when that shot goes off and you've been working to position yourself, you'll be in the best position to stop that and win the game. So I think it's the same thing with blessings. Like if you're asking for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to get married, what do? Well, you make sure that first and foremost, you're good. Because the last thing you want to do is to take those habits into a marriage, right? And also block like the barakah and the risk that comes from that marriage, right? But let's just put marriage aside, right? Let's say you've been praying for something, right? And you want it so bad and you keep praying for it. But you yourself aren't even you aren't even confident that you can do it.
Yeah, you're just not ready for it.
You're just not ready for it. So it's like, okay, if I'm not ready for something, should I keep asking Allah for it? Or should I put myself in a better position? Because if you ask for something, Allah will give it to you, but you will not be ready.
To go back to, that ultimatum,
Yeah.
you said, should you ask Allah to put you in a better position? I think
Exactly.
I think you should ask Allah to make you better prepared, give you the strength.
Man.
Sometimes it isn't asking for something directly. Sometimes you have to fix the indirect abilities of your own self. So, for example, a lot, like you want this thing. You're like, oh Allah, make it easy for me to get it. No. Don't make it easy for me to get it.
And we do ask for ease as human beings.
We always ask for ease.
We want the easy way out. I'll be honest with you. People want the easy way out.
A lot of people make their dua, and even since a child, I've never understood it. I think it's much better to ask for the strength to carry out the task, because all tasks are going to be hard. As a matter of fact,
it's gonna get even harder.
Matter of fact, look, I'm going to spend the time. I don't want to go in here and find it.
Nah, pull it up.
There's a message that I sent one of our friends, right? And it was an ayat from out of the Quran. Oh no, please don't tell me you deleted it. Oh no, how?
Would you remember?
No, I don't remember where it was from. Basically,
at least if you can summarize. I know it's an ayah, but if you can pull up the ayah, good. If not, let's do with what we have.
Oh, here we go. Boom. There we go. It's loading. Cool.
It's that 3G, cuz.
Sure. So this is out of Surah 89, Al-Fajr. Al-Fajr. Well, it says, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We have certainly created a human being to face obstacles and to struggle hard to achieve a marvelous goal.
Wow.
Now, you can interpret that however you want. Right?
Good.
But if your goal is this thing that you're praying for, it's this blessing that you're praying for, it's going to be hard. Allah created life to be hard, right? But surely with difficulty comes ease.
Ooh.
Now, it isn't that the task becomes easier. It's that you become stronger. So instead of asking Allah, please, make this easy. No, give me the strength. Give me the patience. Preserve me.
Yep.
And help me grow.
Yes.
To be able to take on this task and then be able to move on to something even more difficult.
Look at that. See, I love that analogy. That's a perfect example, because when you ask for a situation to be easier, that situation may get easier. But what about the next one? And the what after? Then once you get the thing that you've been praying for, you have to work even harder to keep it.
Hey, it's like it's like my man Dr. Dre said to K-Dot.
What?
Getting is easy.
Yeah.
It's staying on top.
Wow.
That's hard.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's go back to the other thing that you said. You were saying that if there's a blessing that you've been praying for, but you're being disobedient, committing sins, your blessings may get delayed. What did you mean by that?
What I mean is, I
think that's a very interesting point.
Let's say,
let's just say, for example, you want to make a professional soccer team, right?
All right, perfect. You want to make a professional soccer team, but you waste all your time watching Netflix. So it's not a sin, right? It's not a sin to watch Netflix, but instead of you spending that time training, or eating healthy, or looking up ways that you can get faster, whatever, you spend time watching TV or on Facebook or on Instagram. Every minute that you take from bowl A,
it takes
and put in bowl B, it takes away from that dream that you want to get towards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
So blocking your blessings isn't always like, oh, I did this bad sin, Allah's not going to give it to me.
Yep.
I personally don't think it works like that. I think that Allah is sitting there watching you like, you dummy, like you don't even realize, like, I got this here waiting for you.
Yeah.
But the more that you continually mess up, the further you're pulling yourself away from this. Allah isn't pulling you from it. You're pulling yourself away from that blessing. You're pulling yourself away from that thing that you asked for.
Dang, that almost reminds me of that picture that you always see where there's like two people digging, right? One of them gets so close to the prize and they give up, and the other person has a long way, but guess what? They're still going, you know? So I love that. I think about that meme all the time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like that picture. It's like he's digging for diamonds and whatnot. Yeah, and that's important because a lot of us, we get burnt out by the time we get there because we really aren't committed to getting that blessing. It's like it's a pipe dream. Like we want it, but we really don't want to work for it. It's like we want the want of wanting it is stronger than the want of actually having it.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Okay.
It's like if you get it, you don't even know what to do with it. And that's why I say it's important to ask Allah to continuously strengthen you. It's just like lifting weights. You don't say, "Oh Allah, make lifting this 200 pounds easy for me."
Right.
Say, "No, I need to be strong."
Can you turn the 200 pounds to 100? That's not gonna. It doesn't work like that.
It's
right?
not. That's not reality.
Yeah,
People
that's not
look
reality.
I think people look at Allah and the way Allah operates as being this like mystical fairy tale when it's not like that. Like we live in a reality, and our actions do account for something. And so you have to combine your actions along with the blessing that Allah really does, real life, sit out in front of you.
Do you think also in regards to blocking your blessings, do you think that it's also included when people have the inability to see their blessings?
Yo, my man just spit bars right now. Fire.
Like, obviously, for example, we're all blessed with, our senses, right? Smelling, hearing, seeing, touching, all that stuff.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just in regards to, for me, soccer player, I'm blessed to be able to walk on the field, and then I break my arm. Yeah, I'm kind of blown that I can't play soccer, but dude, I can't even drive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can't drive. I can't write. Like, that is just small things that I'm not grateful for. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing. So
I'll tell you that
the inability to see that blessing was or does it not
I
work
think
like that?
I think a lot of times we forget to look at the little things. You know how they say stop and smell the roses?
Yes.
Well, the reason they say stop and smell the roses is because the roses are nearby and you walk by these roses all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The everyday blessing.
It's about staying in the moment. I gave a khutbah a couple weeks ago. It was about how we have to stay in the moment, that Allah created us and created all this magnificent, creation for us to adore. But so many of us go weeks, months, quarters without even taking the time to experience what's around us. Because we're so busy worrying about yesterday and then tomorrow that we don't realize what's going on. I say yesterday and tomorrow. You don't realize what's going on today, right? And the big problem is all the blessings that you're asking for are right in front of you. It's like breadcrumbs right in front of you. If you don't take the time to realize what Allah is putting in front of you right now, you'll miss out on the blessings of tomorrow.
Dang,
because you're always dwelling on the ones you missed yesterday.
Yes, and you know what's funny, because when you do that, you talked about earlier, that's when you'll complain more. You'll be more sad, But when you sit there and you just look around, you look to your left and look to your right. Look what Allah has given me today, right now.
Bro, every prayer, after every prayer, and this is what I want all of you guys to do, make dua and thank Allah. Thank Allah that you have, family members in your life.
Absolutely.
That you have food.
Good health.
Good health. Yo, really thank your Allah for your good health. Thank Allah for all the things that, even if you don't have good health, you do have something. We have a good friend whose health is not in the greatest state right now. And, I try to talk to him pretty often. And one of the things I told him, I was like, dude, you might not have good health, but bro, you have a sharp mind.
He does have a sharp mind.
You have a sharp mind. Like, you're a very smart guy. Just imagine the people that aren't as smart as you and who aren't capable and as strong mentally to get through what you're getting through. Allah has given you strength that bro, I told him, I said, Allah, just as I read out in Surah Al-Fajr, right? Allah blessed you with the immense mental fortitude to get through this particular obstacle. This is your obstacle alone. Your obstacle alone.
You said something a few days ago. I'm kind of mad to give you credit, but it was good.
Come on. Give me my pound back. Come on. Hey.
You did a good job, and I was thinking about it when it was going. I was like, that mother lover.
Hey, you remember on the old USA? You remember USA? And they were like, "Hey, yo, you a mother lover."
I was sitting there. I was like, when I was young, I was like,
"Oh, you spit."
I was sitting there. I was like, who loves mothers? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what are they talking about,
bro? The worst would be when it would be someone else's voice though. Like, "Hey, yo, you mother lover." Like,
right? They couldn't use that voice. But you said that I remember something was going hard in my life because these past few months have been pretty tough, But I was like, man, I'm so mad I'm going through this, and nobody else has to go through this. You know what I mean? Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And he was like, no, you can't say that, because you can say that about anything, but when you do that, you'll just go in that spiral of negativity. And trust me, even how strong-willed I am and everything, like that spiral can take anybody. It's like a whirlwind,
and they'll keep you there for a long time.
You can sit there for days, months, even years. You just start, all you do is spinning. And I was just like, I legit caught myself out of the whirlwind. I was like, yo, dude, hold on, Mo. Or Muhammad.
Yeah.
I'll have to edit that part out. But I was like, dude, this is just for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
This
the
is
only
your
person.
task
This is
only.
my task. This is my test. Allah ordained this for me, and only I can pass it or fail it, you know? So I was like, That really did help me get out of the funk, you know, a few days ago. So actually.
And that attitude a lot of people get, that also blocks your blessings.
Oh, yeah.
That attitude alone,
yes,
that mindset,
that negativity,
that negative mindset.
So just being negative, you can block your...
Being negative blocks all your blessings. I implore all of you guys to start meditating.
Yes. Meditating.
I started meditating back in college. So this has been 6 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
I started meditating back in college, and I was doing it off and on from then. Now I have a morning routine. I wasn't able to do it today, but my morning routine that I've been practicing is wake up for Fajr, make prayer, immediately after prayer, read for about 15 minutes, read some Quran for 15 minutes, and then meditate for 15 minutes. And then I go and do a workout, so yoga or something like that. Yoga is actually very nice because it focuses you on the self, the body, right? Now, the reason why you meditate is because meditation isn't about not thinking about anything. Meditation is about noticing where your mind goes and then bringing it back on track.
Yep. Wow.
It's imagine you're in a Jeep, right? You're in a Jeep, big wheels, whatever, and you're driving, but then you see something and you drive towards it. And instead of you staying off road, right, you get off track. The goal of meditation is for you to get off road and go back onto the street.
Yep.
So it's not about I need to stay on the street the whole time, stay on the street. It's like your mind is naturally going to wander. But as the yogi told me, he said, when you're meditating, you want to just notice a thought and be like, there's that thought, and just let it go, and then get back on track where you were at. Stay back on track.
Wow, that is so relevant to prayer, right? Because when you pray, you know, sometimes your mind wanders, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes by the time you notice, prayer's already done, right? Your mind's going to wander, but you're going to be like, all right, you got to notice, like, Jabrit's like, all right, cool. Let me not think about that right now. Let me just focus on prayer. Let me not think about my bills. Let me not think about my car. Let me not think about my family. This is time for myself and God. So bring yourself back on track. I love that. Good point. And also in regards to the negativity, bro, I think a lot of people block their blessing just by being negative, man. And I was telling somebody this, being positive isn't something that you just don't wake up one day and you're positive. It is something you have to do consistently and proactively and consciously.
You have a mantra.
You got it. Is it a mantra?
I think you have to have a mantra for that.
Okay.
Something where it's like, one of the things I started doing, I read this book by Richard Branson called "Screw It, Just Do It."
Yes.
And after I read that book,
the man.
he right.
The man.
This dude has one of the
just look him
craziest stories.
He is insane.
He's the one that created Virgin Mobile, Virgin Atlantic, that all the
airlines. Everything.
Yeah, like he's flying people out of space right now. That was something he talked about doing like in the 70s, 80s. Space. He was talking about that, like,
people are this much ahead.
It's not that they're that much ahead. They think of an idea and then they stick to it. I mean, think about the stuff that we've talked about that we're trying to do, and we're, like a year ago we talked about a lot of stuff we're doing, and we're here. We're seeing it. So imagine, think about something you want to do decades in advance, and this man has faith.
He made dua.
Yeah, he made dua. He stuck to it. He wasn't blocking his own blessings like man, you guys.
Goodness.
Right. So after I read that book, I would get somewhere and I'd be like, I don't know, maybe, and I would just say, screw it, just do it.
Hey.
And my life was so much better for that, right? Because instead of me blocking my blessings with this negativity of, no, I can't do it. It was just like, just try. And something can happen. Something can come from nothing, but nothing can't come. Something can't come from nothing, but something can come from
You said the same thing.
Did I? Basically.
Something can come from nothing, but nothing can't come from something.
All right. Something can come from a nothing situation if you act on it, but nothing will come of nothing if you never act on it. All right, I think I got that one.
No,
right.
I think nothing will come from something if you don't act at it at all, right? Because you got something, but you do nothing. What happens? You back at zero. Ooh.
You got that right.
Oh my god!
All right, you got it. Yeah, I think that was just the gist, man. We just want to hop on.
No, go back.
Oh, sorry.
No. You got what you talked about. SubhanAllah. You talk about the Surah Al-Fajr, right? they say that, not they say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says there are certain blessings and ajr that you only can get during Fajr. So you talk about blessings. So if you want blessings for what you're going for, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordained and gives out the special, I'm talking special gold and currency early in the morning that is not given out any part of the day. So if you don't, think about it. You block your blessings when you sleep and don't wake up for Fajr. Oh my God. Brain,
bro,
I just mind blow myself.
Brain blast. It literally just came full circle.
Wow.
We did that by accident, by the way.
I know, right?
That was pretty dope. that was you guys are witnessing right now an orgasmic brain blast. That was pretty dope. Boom.
That's anything.
Boom, boom. All right, cool. Well, boom, 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 boom. Hey, if you guys know, if you know what that's from, send us a meme like the Dave. We'll tell people what the fifth was from. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth. That was from the Chappelle Show. Dave Chappelle. Oh man,
she was in the courtroom.
What's her name? Let's give her a shout out real quick. We'll finish off with shout outs. The one sister, she said it to us, is hilarious.
She says the actual meme.
Yeah, she's a beast. Oh man, my phone's just taking a while. Which ones?
It was sister. Go down. Hold on.
Dang, y'all killing the DMs.
Right there.
What's her name? Chrissy Dior, sister Chrissy Dior, or Kristen Nicole. Thank you. For sending us that meme. That was
Good
hilarious.
Good job.
Beasts are just old, and just liked your message. So
Beasts are just old.
But yeah, so thank you. Shout out to everybody that has been sending us DMs.
Yes, this weekend was popping.
Right. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Shout out to all of the YouTube listeners and viewers. Shout out to all the SoundCloud listeners. Shout out to all the people that listen on iTunes. Shout out to the people that listen on their friends' phones.
Right.
Shout out to the people that ain't got no phones but still find a way to listen to us.
Right. No, what?
Shout out to all the parents out there that listen to us and then to the kids that listen to us. Shout out to the ladies out there. Special mention. Shout out to the fellas out there. Special mention.
Hey.
Shout out to the people that comment on our stuff.
Thank you. Shout out to the day ones. You know what I mean? And not day ones that somebody has been with us since the beginning. Day one, like as soon as they heard about the podcast, they reached out.
They've been on it.
Thank you.
Hello, Hati. We're going to talk about you. Dia. We're going to talk about, I think it's Alia. Alia Ahmad.
Yes, big shout out.
Big shout out to you. Shout out to Everyday Muslim. Shout out to Esma El Badawi. Shout out to our boys from the Baraka Boys podcast. Farhad and Mamadou. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to the US.
Shout out to Mandem out there on the road.
Shout out to Africa.
Shout out to Top Boy in it. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Shout out to Kiwi and Curls. You know who you are. Shout out to our boy Abdullah.
Big shout out to Abdullah, man. Always showing love.
Shout out to what's his sister's name? Not Iza.
Yes, not Eza. Yo, big shout out.
Go ahead. Finish the shouts.
Yes, shout out to Not Eza. I mean, she's been killing the YouTube. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Who else, man? Shout out to Serve a Meal. We'll definitely go into it in our next episode. But he did hit us with a nice little spot in New York. So we'll have a special episode for that. You know,
halal on deck.
Who else?
Shout out to
sister. Was it Ashida? Was that?
Yeah.
Aisha. Shout out to
Aisha. Sister Aisha. Shout out to her.
Giving us great episodes.
Yeah. Shout out to anybody that's ever given us any love. Shout out to the haters out there. Shout out to the people that won't listen, respond to our DMs. Shout out to the people that didn't respond to our DMs, but now they're trying to respond to our DMs. You know who you are.
Hey.
You know. Shout out to the people who want to work with us in the future.
Yes.
Who we've newly met. Shout out to our man.
Shout out God. Allah subhanahu
Shout out Allah.
Shout out to our parents.
Shout out to our mamas
Love you, ma.
and daddies.
Love you, pa.
Yeah. Shout out to our siblings.
Yes. Love ya.
And shout out to the Young and Muslim
Family.
Podcast.
Yes.
So
shout out.
for the last 29 minutes, you have been listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast. This is Jabril Salam.
Muhammad Hassan.
And we greet you the greens of peace.
Assalam.
Wa alaikum.
Peace.